do all this stuff. That's the proximity of your community that you should be looking for. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. And also too, people are against dating people who are part of the same community as them. And I'm not even talking about race or culture. I'm talking about talking about culture, but I'm talking about upbringing. You know, like
you really think that?
Yeah, because they're like, talking about social media again. We're getting advice from people who live in East St. Louis, Miami, New York. They don't know how it is living up here in Seattle. They don't know the day-to-days of Seattle, but yet people keep seeking advice from motherfuckers that are not from where we're from. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it's like being in Seattle when you drive down 23rd and Union and you get that flashback of what used to be there, and you got all the homies that knew Richlands was there at one point, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or you drive through West Seattle and the hood ain't there like it used to be.
Right. Or you go to Tacoma and Hilltop ain't hilltopping no more.
And I don't know what it's doing.
Right. So that's my thing. We keep, especially with that, like black folks, we just keep looking beyond our surroundings, thinking that love is outside. But nah, I mean, if you're from somewhere and you're staying there, you built a life there, why is it so hard for people just to look lateral?
Do you see what Pure Thickness wrote?
No.
Can you not see the comments?
I'm looking at it now. It says, sometimes those around you don't put the effort in getting to know you. I feel that we should be able to communicate and understand each other, and dating in Atlanta is not so easy nowadays. I don't know how Atlanta's like. I'm not there.
Dating in Seattle is much the same as freaking Atlanta, let me tell you.
It's not, because
Atlanta got more black people than Seattle, though.
Yeah, true, but Atlanta and Seattle are two different locations. I don't know Atlanta.
I'm just saying, I'm talking about dating, my personal experience. She's talking about dating her personal experience in Atlanta. So if she's having challenges in Atlanta, there's challenges up here too.
Right, but what are those challenges in Atlanta? Like, what are the challenges? You say people are not putting the effort. What's her definition of effort?
Pure Thickness, what's your definition of effort?
Right, because her definition of effort is going to be different, or maybe different than your definition of effort. But the thing is, this whole hive mind mentality that social media has put us under spell, especially when you talk about tonight's conversation, right? Like,
yeah, I was talking about yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Think about this though, right? Why were people so compelled to pay over $100 to talk to 4, 5, 6 different individuals who are not experts in relationships? They're not certified. They're not doctors. They're just motherfuckers that found a hustle and was able. And I remember going to the one that was up here because
I went to the one that was up here too.
Right. And I went to that one and I was like, this is such a cold hustle. And I left because I was like, for one, they don't show this in the video, but the fact that they cherry pick the questions that want to be asked, and then for like an hour and a half, they get people drunk, and they start playing all that turn up music, all that single inducing music like fuck nigga free and all that stuff. So they getting people all hyped up and revved up with a certain mentality, and then when the show starts, everybody's already hyped up to be combative. But they don't show that. They just show clips of people asking questions, but they don't show the spell that's being casted on people. And they don't show that they cherry pick questions.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. And I couldn't leave because I had rode with somebody. So I had to stay the whole show.
That's why you drive.
Well, I don't like driving. So my girlfriend was like, I'll drive. And I was like, okay. And, so we went together and we get there and I'm like, this is trash. It was a waste of money.
It's trash.
Wasted my time.
Right. And then a couple of women got into a fight in the damn hotel bar downstairs where the police were called. So they won't show that part. Like they always show the image they want to create to present a narrative. And like I mentioned, like you mentioned before, there's never no solutions.
Yeah.
There's never no solutions. So relationship advice is always good coming from couples that, right. And how come like you don't ever see married couple, nobody seeks married couple advice. It's like they seek people's advice who help justify them being victims.
That's and look, we're not doing that. I had to separate myself from some people who just want to be in a constant state of victimhood. We're not doing that.
Right. And you got like the Derek Jackson of the world. Derek Jackson literally got caught and admitted to cheating on his wife, and there's women who still listen to this nigga.
I used to listen to him too until in the beginning. And then when that happened, I was like, ooh.
Right. And then he got Ace Metaphor. He got caught up and got accused of, robbing and doing all this stuff, and women are still listening to this guy. So it's like, what do you really want to do? Do you guys really want to find love, or you just want to justify you being a victim?
There's a couple that does. They were on the Breakfast Club, and they're a couple that have been together 23 years and married 17 years, and they have a podcast that they do as married couple.
Right.
And Duvall
and Kadeen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, like, I know, like, I'm following them too, and that's what I'm talking about. They're a married couple that built their stuff together, but they were also together since they were high school. They built it. Got a beautiful family, and they were on the same team. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. But do they got the same level of following as tonight's?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not, because those social media platforms are only justified to keep people separate. Because what's the marriage rate regarding people who listen to these people? The people don't like. And also, you got to go into what's your goal? Like, why are you listening? Just like if you go to school, like, I want to study this because I want to become this. So if you're listening and studying these platforms, what is your goal? Are you looking for love? Are you looking for a relationship? Are you looking for marriage? Are you looking to be a slut bucket? Like, what do you? People are active right now. Learn hacks from people who got it right and then decided it worked for you. To answer your question on what I meant, put in the effort of being intentional and taking the time to ask questions, listen actively, show consistency, and make space for real connections. So you're not experiencing that? I'm curious, like, so you're not experiencing that. So what's your date like? You guys just sit across from the table and stare at each other?
I don't know, because I ain't been on no dates, so I can't, and I'm not experiencing whatever she's saying in that. I'm not experiencing that either, but also I ain't met nobody, so I mean.
Because Cassie, what's your day-to-day life? You go to work and you stay.
I know, but when I do get out, do intentionally get out.
And this is what I'm talking about, specific situations. What is your day-to-day life like? You don't go nowhere.
But I do intentionally on certain days. I do. Just like I'm going to be out on Friday, I'm going to be out on Saturday, I'm going to be out on Sunday. So I get out on.
Girl, but it's like, but we're also not going to put your business on here. I'll text you later. But is it an environment, if wherever you're going, is it an environment where it's possible for a man to come and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yes, because it's networking events where there's people there.
But here's the thing: networking events are not dating events, though, dude. It's networking, and also.
But here's the thing. Yep. I wouldn't know if you was trying to hit on me unless you told me, because that we were out last month and Isla goes, "Cassie, that guy was trying to hit on you." I said he was.
And also we got to think about today's climate too. I'm a big believer in this. Today's climate, a lot of men are scared to hit on women more and more, not because they're scared of women. They just don't want to deal with the nonsense that possibly can come with it. Let's say my dating life is on hold because I chose to focus on finishing up my degree that I will attain in June for my bachelor's degree. Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Thickness Sweets. Good job.
So yes, okay, my everyday life is work. So get up, work, go to the gym, come home, work some more, and work some more. So I get out intentionally for different events. Like this week, I'm gonna be out 3 times.
3 times between 10 and 11 an hour, 1 hour each, and then you're gonna be around your homegirls.
I'm falling back on some of that.
They're gonna be like office alignment, just sitting there blocking set screens.
I have been told you need to go to cigar bars. Why?
No.
Why do I need to go to something that I don't even do? Right. Or Like there's this guy that comes on TikTok and he talks about if you want to meet a man, you need to go shopping during this time and this time because that's the time the single men are out in the grocery stores. And I'm like,
the fuck? See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, no. And also, like I said, real dudes are not going to approach women nowadays because the consequences outweigh the reward. Because if I say something to you, I don't know your mindset as a woman. I don't know how traumatized you are. If I'm like, say, hey, how you doing, Cassie? My name is Jeff, blah, 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 blah. You could throw the word creep on me and then go take your phone out and start recording me. This guy's following me. And I'm like, I was just trying to get your number because I thought you were cute. Oh, this nigga's ain't da da da. And now my reputation's ruined. I lost my job.
Yeah, that's some bullcorn.
It is, but that's what we've been conditioned to what's been happening. For the early in the morning for the contractors, yeah.
I was told go to Home Depot, but it's like at Home Depot, them men is already married, taking care of them families. Like it's like you get all these advice of where you should go. Well, you should go to the club. I don't want to always be at the club.
And here's the thing, Cassie. I would say for my homegirls, how do I meet a man? You meet a man when a man wants to meet you.
And so I'm chilling.
And when a man, you got to present yourself as open for a man to meet you too. And
so are you trying to say, wait? So let's have the conversation. Mm-hmm. Since you just threw it out there. Mm-hmm. Are you trying to say that I don't present myself as open?
No, you don't.
Why?
No, you don't. You know why, Cassie? Here's why. And
why?
How, as a man, because I know you, because me and you, we ace. So I know you, so I can speak from personal experience. You're always around other people. So how am I supposed to approach you? Because every time you're out in an event, we always somewhere, you're at a table with at least two people. You're standing by at least two people. You're walking with at least another person. So where's the opportunity for a man to holler at you? Where?
First of all, I'm walking and talking to people because I'm a community person.
No. Like, yeah, I understand that though. But if I'm a guy that doesn't know you though, and I'm trying to holler at you, and then also too, right? You got a lot of male friends.
No, I don't.
A lot of male associates that are out there, like men that you know. I'm not talking about like in the dates. I'm talking about like dudes that you're cool with that you run into out in these things, right?
Okay.
So.
Okay.
When somebody said, I love me some Cassie, she said, I'm too young, though. See, you got shots. Catch her over here right now. Pop, pop, pop.
You know what? I think he's in his 20s. I'm pretty sure he's in
What's wrong with that?
Next subject.
Didn't Tracy Ellis said that, it's okay now that women are dating younger dudes, and then,
Next topic.
Wow. So you could have luck. He said I'm 36. Talking about he's in his 20s. Nah, that's cold.
36.
Thank
you, Cam.
That's a grown man. 36. Okay. That means he's been paying taxes for over 18 years. That's a grown. Over here walking out on your blessing, guys. And that's right there. So you got a guy, I'm 36 years old, and you're over here like, I know, yeah, she shut that down real quick. Talking about I'm single, and then you got a potential man. He's like, he's too young, he's 20, he's 36. Next topic. See, do you really want somebody? You want to be a victim. You just want to be a victim. That's all you want to do.
I don't want to be a victim.
Cam was ready. Cam
can hit me in my inbox. Okay.
Cam, DM slide.
Cam can DM me if he's serious. Okay.
Oh, Cam Orlando. She wants to DM.
But anyways, what else? You said I'm around. I have too many male associates.
No. I'm saying when you're at these events, I mean, you're a community person. Like everybody loves Cassie, so you have a good arrangement of people that you know. So if I'm a dude that don't know you and I'm always seeing you talking to somebody, when is there gonna be a time for me to like come up and just engage?
So what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting.
I'm asking for some serious advice. I'm not just talking to you just because I want to get my shits and giggles. Like I'm talking because I'm dead ass serious about. Look, your girl need to be going on some dates. At least one date. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can go have coffee. Can I have some human contact, some adult conversation?
Hey, Cam Orlando, slide the DMs. Coffee date. coffee dates get more expensive now. They charge almost $10 a cup now for coffee. So
well, you know what? I can have tea, honey.
Okay. But not. I would just say just present open, like body language is a good thing, right? Like if there's a man that comes, like a lot of women don't know how to utilize their body available. Oh, what happened to you? Why?
I'm in the shed. And the wind is blowing. I'm in the shed because it's cold out there. The wind is blowing.
So a good indicator that somebody's interested in you, and it's very subtle, is you open up your body in their direction. But what most women do, because they're so guarded, they'll sit there, body facing this way, but turn their head this way, talking to the guy. Not knowing this is standoffish. But if a guy that you think is attractive is talking to you, just open up your body and open up this way because it's inviting. And you feel received. This is like receiving, like, right? Like this. But what happens when most women are out, they'll do this and in turn and not open up their body. And then when the conversation is cool, you notice when you like a conversation's going on, you start relaxing and turning towards that person. So it's like little stuff like that, you know? Another thing too, ask the guy questions to get to know him. What y'all do is he'll ask you questions and y'all just talk, but you guys don't follow up with anything to see if you're interested in him. It's more about like you guys like, and I'm not trying to sound like some dudes. I'm starting to go down that hole. Like
no. You're speaking in general because you ain't talking to me. I'm being educated right now.
Right.
I'm listening.
If he asks you a question about where you from, you tell him where you're from, and then you finish giving your answer. Ask him, "Oh, have you ever been there before? Have you ever been to California? Ever been to Florida?" Because that shows that you're interested in what he has to say, meaning that you're interested in him. What I notice is that women ask questions relating to what they want to hear versus getting to know the guy.
Okay.
So little stuff like that, man.
So don't be so guarded. Don't always be around people. Like, and I go places by myself, but don't always be open up when I'm talking and like I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're taking notes, please, no worries. You're welcome. Yeah. Because think about it, because if somebody that continuously gets the social media content, it automatically puts you on guard because all you hear is how men are horrible, how women are horrible. So if you keep getting that every single day, every time you see a woman or a man, you're going to always be on defense. But yeah, you're looking for love though, which is weird because if you want love from a man or a woman, you have to take risk in being vulnerable enough to like engage and receive. Go ahead. What you about to say?
I was going to say what's challenging in taking risks and being vulnerable is when you are vulnerable and you let your guard down and you let someone in and they F with you. And then for me, I will close back up and I feel like I want to just go like hide in this, go back and like just disappear.
Okay.
And so it's challenging for me. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but like for me, one, because it's new. I don't know. You know this, but people on here probably don't know this. This crap is new for me. Okay. So navigating in this space is unfamiliar, scary, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm pretty sure none of us know what the hell we're doing, but I really don't know what I'm doing.
Nobody knows what the hell they're doing because they don't try to figure out what they need to do. They keep listening for other people to tell them what to do.
And there's no rules, but like in my mind, it's like, well, what are the rules? So if we're talking, so how long do we talk? And when do we do, like, what are the rules? Where's the checkoff list?
That's the thing, that the rules are based on, like, you create the rules. It's your life. What do you want? How do you want it? And you create the rules. And that's the issue. We keep relying on some kind of manual script for how to operate what we have to do or what we want to do. You know who you are. You know what you want. If you're a motherfucker that sleeps with people on the first date, that's who you are. If you're a person that likes to, meet the family in the first 3 months, that's who you are. The problem is people keep trying to be somebody else. They keep trying to think they have to date these rules, like Steve Harvey with that stupid ass book that came out years ago.
You know what's wild is I bought the book.
Yeah. And
I bought the book. I read the book. I watched both of the movies, and
the
I
movies
bought
were good. The movies
I
were
know,
good.
but I'm just saying, like, I bought a lot of books dealing with relationships. Some of them, the couples ain't together no more, and it's like, really, my G? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So, like, I've spent monies and times and energies, but that was a long, that was not recently, but like before, because I'm an avid reader, so.
Yeah.
And I was taking notes and I was underlining. I was like, oh, okay, so what men think or what women think or whatever. And it's like, bruh.
Right.
We fall for the okie doke. I know I did.
Right. And all that time, there's one source that you never asked yourself.
Yeah. Because I didn't know how to answer myself.
It's you.
No, I'm just saying. I didn't know. I didn't have the answer. Even if I was to ask myself, I didn't have the answer because I never took the time to understand and learn in that area. Like, I never sat with myself or was like, okay, so this is the kind of things that you like. And I know now, but I'm saying at the time, I had no idea. So I was searching in books.
You were searching in books. And the thing about it, and also, by the way, I don't, as a writer, Steve Harvey didn't write that shit. That was a ghostwriter like a motherfucker. I heard him, yeah, but anyway, that's another topic. But also, and that's what this stuff does. It takes you away from your true companion, which is yourself, because you know the answers. You know what to do, but you just don't trust your answers because you're thinking that's not going to work. Mm. But it's you. That's why it's so easy for us to go outside and listen to nice conversation or listen to Derek Jackson or Ace Metaphors or you talking to Dr. Umar Johnson.
Oh my God. Are you about to get on me about that?
Nah, I mean, that was great for you for your, algorithms and views, but I'm like.
My daughter got on me about that.
But my thing is, like, Dr. Umar's lifestyle is not yours. So what are you listening to him for?
I don't listen to him like that. He is.
But y'all were talking about relationships, though.
Yeah. But yeah, because he was like, somebody come up and talk to me. I was like, well, I ain't doing that. Let me just come up and talk to you, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He is